All right, now we've moved on to section 5.3, but here we are, the same problem with the white bushes. Okay, that's the exact same chart. And I said, well, maybe I called Home Depot and got that. You know that's not right. When is Home Depot going to do something like that? Okay, so what I did is I actually reasoned this through. And you may remember somewhere in biology, there's dominant and recessive. And then they told you, well, these would be the red ones, and these two would be pink, and that one would be white. So 25% of the time, they're white. Okay, so you don't need to know the genetics and all of that for this. But the probability of success is equal to 0.25. 25% of the time, I'm going to get one white bush in front of my house. Okay, so what happened to me if when I go out there to check on my bushes right when they start blooming, what if I got 0 of them? That means I went to the first bush and I looked at it and, well, it's either like a pink or a red or something. It's not the right thing. But that was a 75% chance that was going to be a pink or red. Okay, well, I still got my second bush. I go over to my second bush and that's also pink or red. And so on, and I check down the whole line, and every single time I check, there was a 75% chance, and it went with the 75%. That's how I got 0 of them. That was what I was going to get. If I was going to get 0, that's how it happened. And you can multiply all these together because they are independent of each other, so the multiplication rule would apply. So 0.75 to the 6th power is 0.17797. 0.17797 something, something, something. Okay, that's where 0.178 actually came from. All right, good, I got one number. Now let's see. Just if I got one white bush, I could step outside my house and check that first bush, and it was white, and there was, like I said, 25% chance of that happening. But all the others turned out not to be. Okay, so let's see, that would be 0.75 to the 5th. 0.237 times that 0.25, 0.0593, which isn't the number that's over here. And the reason why is because that's not the only way of getting a white bush in front of my house. That's just if the first one was white and all the others are red. It could be that the first one was a failure, the second one was a success, and all the others are failures. 0.75. And that would have been 0.593. It could have been that the third one was the success. And all the others are failures. And that would have been for another 0.593. Or the fourth one could have been a success and all the others failure. Or the fifth one, or the 6th one. So really, there was 6. If I wrote them all out, there would be 6 of those. Okay, 0.35595. I saved a bunch of places on this. 0.35595, something, something, something. 0.356. That's where that came from. All right. Okay. So, but now we got to check on this 2 number. Let's see. So it could be success in the first one and the second one, and then the other 4 failures. All right, so that would be 0.0198. All right. But it could have been the first one and the third one. Or it could have been the first one and the fourth one. Or it could have been the first one and the fifth one, or the first one and the sixth one, or maybe it wasn't even the first one at all. Maybe it's like the second one and the third one. So what you're saying is I have to write out all of these. How many of these are there even going to be? I mean, that was like 5 of them just when I left the 0.25 of the first one, and there's like a whole bunch more than that. Oh, how many different ways are there of writing 0.25 somewhere within this list of 6? How many different ways are there of writing 2 things in amongst 6? How many different ways are there choosing 2 things out of 6? 6, math, PRB, NCR, 2. 15. Okay, apparently, if I had been writing those forever, there would have been 15 of those times my 0.0198. .297. At least I got the right thing. Okay. And then I'd have to go down. Now I can kind of start to see the pattern. All right. So I would go 6, NCR 3. That'll take care of that multiplying number. I'm now doing 3. I was doing 2, but now I'm doing 3. And I'm going to put 0.25 in there 3 times, and I'm going to put 0.75 in there 3 times. I'm going to get that number. And so on, which is why there is a tiny little number down here, because there was a whole bunch of 0.25, like to the 6th power. That's where that number came from. That's why there is one. But that would be coming up with this chart by using this formula. This is a binomial formula. Okay, and they write it all out in the book, and they use N and K for some of that, like this is N and that's K, and N minus K. They write out the whole formula for you, okay, but that's where it comes from, is just like reasoning it through.